Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. Well, this month of August, I am working on using my punches. So today, I'm going to show you the card. We're featuring the Label Me Lovely punch, which I do love. It is a lovely punch. There you go. And we are going to be using the Bough punch. And we're also going to feature the Lovely You to go with the Label Me Lovely. And the original one we did Let's Cheer You Up, but we might choose Smile or something because this is a really bright card. Excuse my coughing. I did get an x-ray today. My doctor ordered new meds and all kinds of stuff to try to help. I was really bad last night, coughing so bad I was throwing up, and tried everything to help this acid, but nothing seems to work. So let's show you the card. This is the card I originally made as my sample. So, did I do the inside? Probably not, because it was my sample. I'm going to show you the products we are using today. Now, we all know I don't have any current DSP, but you can use, I'm sure all of you have retired paper. I have some retired Perennial Essence paper. You'll see it, this one here. I have a little scrap of Mossy Meadow, a little scrap of Flirty Flamingo. I've already done some punches with the Label Me Lovely, and they're not, this is just to do this part of our card. This was my template, and I have my bow pieces all done in Mossy Meadow, Flirty Flamingo, and a couple in Blush Blossom, and a piece of scrap basic white excuse me for my sentiment. Now our card base is crushed curry, and we are using this of the Perennial Essence on the back of that. This is just so bright and lovely. We are also going to be using this Flirty Flamingo, and I thought for the inside, why not use this piece to tie it all in and stamp on that or write on that if you would. So let's get started with doing our punches, and we are just going to grab that Label Me Lovely punch, which I should write on it, though this one I do know by heart, and probably as soon as the end of this catalog, watch them get rid of this, I would be devastated. So this is Label Me Lovely. I did order the new Deco Circle Punch, and that I just love. So I want my images, I need one going this direction, and I don't need a full one, but we can go ahead and do a full one there. And I don't really think it matters. So I am just gonna punch till I can't punch no more. And this piece was I wanted to say 4x6, and it is. It's a 4x6 piece of DSP. Like I said, this was a scrap that was in my extra DSP. So let's see, do I have enough? I might need a bit of one right there. Let's see if that will work for me. I know from this one that I don't need one in the center. So it's time to start placing them. And I can cut some in half. I have a partial there. And there don't have to be specific. I mean, come on now. This will go there and there, and this will go there and there. So I don't even need this one, but oh, we do for the front. That worked out perfect. So I'm going to show you how I figured out half and half. I just folded it over, gave a little crease, and then I'm going to cut it in my guillotine. So a little crease. I'm going to grab my guillotine out from under here. And I'm simply going to put it roughly on that crease and punch, and do the same with this one. And there we have them. So all in all, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5. This one actually could have gone on there too, but maybe we'll put it on the inside. Next, we need some glue. Ooh. We're gonna start. Hello, Zed. That's my son's little dog. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry. We are gonna start this one right here. Like I said, I'm not worried that some will be more than others. This piece is for the bottom. I thought we might do a little stamping. In some places, but I want to get these done first. And I know, you know, like, you should probably do that before. You can. But I wasn't really sure. So I'm going to put these two like so. I can see that I need to do a little trimming on my card base. The color choices, you want to know why? Because this card base was already cut and in my card base folder. And I'm like, that color matches, so we are going to use it. Flirty Flamingo was another one that I had cut and prepped in my quarter sheet. And same, this is gonna go there. And this one right here. Now, if I do want to do some stamping, I really should use some Versamark. Or I could use crushed curry. So, do I want to or do I not? We have this, which is going to extend. That's why I didn't need it in the center. Our element here. Let's get this glued. So, I'm simply going to put a strip here of glue. And then work this to where I want it. That looks really nice. Now I'm going to do the same for here. And it's going to overlap some. And I don't really care because it's going to go on dimensionals. I just want to roughly get the same amount there and there. And I'm liking that. And I just realized I glued this down to the card base instead of the Flirty Flamingo. Look what I did. Woohoo! Okay, so Flirty Flamingo will not be used. I guess I need to get some crushed curry. And I don't have any prep, so we are going to make this card work. Things like this happen. It's just how life is. I do need to get that curry. Let's see. It looks like I have to open a brand new package. So let's do so with my very used scissors here. So we are just going to have to make that work with no layering on it. It might come out better than what I originally planned. Who knows? Alright, let me just set that aside. And is that... I'm almost thinking this is Bumblebee now. Let's check it, shall we? If I have a Bumblebee cardstock, and I do. Y'all, look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but my card base is Bumblebee, not crushed curry. So we will be using the Bumblebee. And since I don't have any, oh, I do have bumblebee scraps. I didn't check that one. I have an in color scrap box. Let's see. And we can punch one. Let's see. We have this and this. Excuse me, that we can use. I can punch this straight out of the center and then still use this piece. So that's what we're going to do. And that piece we are going to simply cut in half. Those can go back in their scrap box. So sorry about the confusion, everybody, but you know, that's what happens. And there we have it. Now we're going to try this again. Where is my piece of DSP? Things like this happen. You just got to go with it. Change what you're doing. Roughly get it on where I want it. Ooh, that is not good. So we're going to flip it over. It's on the back side. No one's going to see that because it's going to go on dimensionals. All right. I need it a little bit up. And there we have it. Okay. Didn't even need to cut that piece, but that is our center focal point here. Like I said, we can do some stamping. Oh, I apologize. I thought my coughing was getting better after I used the inhaler and all that, but it doesn't seem to be. I think we're going to use this little leaf from the stamp set. Like I said, I'm going to grab my Versamark watermark ink pad to do some stamping on it. And I just got to get it out of the tray. And what I can do is I can use this to cover up where my stuff is. So I can go, look like, if you make a mistake like I did, it's easily fixed. No problem. We need a bit of scratch paper, which I'm just going to grab this here. Alright, so we're going to ink this up again. I am simply going to put this like here and go like so. Now I'm going to bring it here and do a little bit of it there. I'm just using this as a mask. We're going to rotate it back to this one. And yeah, hold on. Do a curve. Curve. I'm going to turn this so I can stamp it over in this corner. And I'm going to go ahead and go just like so. Then I'm going to bring it to this one. And go like there. And then a little bit in the corner. Bring it over to this side. And I'm going to place it right there. And here we go again. Let's see. I'm not going to put anything in there because I don't need it there, but I can do a wee bit in this little corner. over here. Oh, my husband's gonna have to give me a shot from my migraine. I thought it was going away there, but it's back with vengeance. Okay, so there's my little bit of stamping. I'm gonna put those aside. That's gonna fill in where I didn't get I think we are now, see, I have to come up with other things. So we are going to add a little bit more of this punch detail to the outside of that crushed curry. I mean bumblebee. Ugh. Sorry, y'all. So we are just going to add it right here. The first strip. Just that little bit of color to break up our bumblebee on top of bumblebee color. There we go. It just extends our focal point. Now this color in here, I want to use this nice deep dark garden green. Let me see about all our little, we have this, I'm not sure I want to use, no, we're going to go ahead and keep the flowers. We are going to do some in bumblebee here. Let me grab a scrap and not use, we're going to just do one in, let's see, we need a little strip for the bow punch, because we need 2 of the top boughs with, they look like little flowers to me. There we go. Now I'm gonna put these together. Yeah. Like so. Maybe I should put that in. How I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna add a touch of glue there. I'm gonna add the other one right on top, but at an angle. Let me get it a little more spaced out there. Now I'm gonna bring this bumblebee one front and center on that. And I've made myself a little bouquet. Now we're gonna repeat, so just a dab there. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Tried apple cider vinegar, raw apple cider vinegar to be more specific. Chamomile tea, honey, you name it. I'm trying just about everything. Turmeric. Couldn't find any HDL licorice because this is getting quite persistent and interruptive. I do apologize. So let's get this finished. We're going to add, before we go put those on or our leaves, we're going to run some of this crinkled seam binding ribbon. It is my very favorite ribbon in the catalog. You can dye this. It folds nice and flat. It makes the most beautiful tiny little bows. And I'm wondering, do I... Nope, we are going to use the Scotch tape technique because I want a cute little bow, and the bow maker does just that. And I want it to be very specific over here. Yeah. So we're going to bring that up like so. Maybe it's going to have to go. I didn't want it to be right in front of that gorgeous little flower, but it looks like it's going to have to be. So there's a piece of Scotch tape. And we need one more. Give it a snip. Those scissors just tend to work really well on ribbon. I don't know why. They're glue adhesive type titanium blade. So there's our thing. Let's get our little bow maker. And we're just going to do a cute little bow. And you're going to see just how darling this ribbon makes a little bow. And I just love it. And it's soft and just, oh, so cute. Look at that little bow. Soft, darling. So I'm going to pull the two together. I usually do that when they're on the wooden dowels. And then I'm going to snip them together. Move all of that aside. And our little handy dandy bow is going to go right here. And we are going to get a glue dots. I even see them in my little container here. So there we go. My needle. Now, if I do it like this, you're going to see the extra ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this glue dot up. Yeeks. Let me get that off. I'm going to slide it up underneath it and then give it a pinch together like so. Now I'm going to take another glue dot, stick it right on top of that ribbon that I pinched, and that is where I'm going to add my little bow, just like so. So next we're gonna start with our bow pieces, because we'll get to stamping our sentiment in a minute. And I want to show you, I furled the edges up by taking your thumb in the edge of your bone folder and just grabbing it and pulling the bone folder out and your thumb together. Now you can pull the leaves right off this if you do it too hard. You don't want to. But you just furl it a little bit up and it gives it that bit of dimension. So we have all 4 of these to do. As I'm doing it, I'm trying my best not to pull the leaves off, which I have done. Trying to hurry. So and you just really have to grab the tip of them because that's all we really need to do. Last one. It's like curling that Christmas ribbon, you know, you could run a edge of your scissors on and it would curl it all up. That's all we're doing here. So next we're going to add our bow pieces like so. We want to make sure those curled edges are up, but let's see where we're going to place it. Oh, definitely. Okay. So I am going to set one on top of the other, I think. Doesn't matter which one really. But just for my spacing. Then I'm going to add some more. And then I'm going to add it to my center image here. There you go. Next, we're going to add this, slide it right back in here. But first, we're going to add a little bit of glue on both sides. And there we have our little bouquet of flowers. So let's repeat said process. A little bit of glue there to hold these together. Now, if you don't want to slide your bouquet in, you can go ahead and put it now. And I'll show you. Either way works. You know, this is going to be your card. I like to tuck mine in at the last minute. That's just kind of how I am. Now I'm going to add glue to the front of this entire thing, a little bit on the back just to hold it all together. And we are going to put it right there. Now we're going to add this up on dimensionals. And I already had the box out, but let's grab the dimensionals. Now I'm putting, we're going to use that strip, it looks like, that I just pulled. So let's cut it off. We're going to add that up there, and this piece right there, and take off our backings. And this is going to go right on our card. Now, I do have a question, if somebody could leave a comment and answer. Do you like to watch people die cut things out? I tend to do all my die cutting for my project early. But some people may really like to watch other people die cutting. You know, if I was showing you a technique for die cutting, I would do that. But I just am curious. So if you have a preference, if you like watching people die cut a whole bunch of images out, would you let me know? I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to use some Memento ink because that's what I grabbed. And on this card, I thought I want to use Smile and Just Because. I think those two go really well together. And we're going to have to do some fussy cutting. I'm going to do Smile right up there. And where is my lovely Just Because? Where is it? It's right by my thumb. And we're going to put the Just Because down there. So let's mount these up. 1 and 2. And let's stamp in Memento. So right there. You could use a Versamark. Not Versamark. You could use Versamark if you wanted. But we are going to use Memento because that's what I grabbed. And we are going to do some fussy cutting real quick. So we are going to simply go like so. I should have. I don't want my little halo that's in there. Yeah, that one wasn't too good. Let me get in closer. All right, so there's our smile, our Just Because. We're gonna start up here at the curve of the bee. Get way down in there with the bee as far as we think good. As close as we should maybe. I'm gonna cut that off because it's bugging me. So back into where we left off and come down on the curve. Turn and turn. So we have smile. And Just Because, and I was gonna back those onto some crushed curry. Should we still? I'm not crushed curry. I'm still saying crushed curry. I don't think so. I'm kind of liking it just the way it is, and I'm gonna glue these straight down. We definitely need to add a little bit of bling, and it will be Stampin' Up's bling. I have some new bling coming. I hope it gets here soon, along with my order from the mini catalog, my celebration items. So there is that. Now let's get some let's see. We have, ooh, we have some of these garden gems that I think are really going to pick up on the colors in here. So I'm looking for my needle. Yeah. There she is. Okay, let's move this aside. I really think these are going to be pretty. We're going to add one to each of the center of the bumblebee, which should have been crushed curry, but I didn't double check and the video already got started. And we don't want it there. We're going to put one there. And I thought I would do more. One here. Using these up. Don't keep your stuff just lying around. Use them. So if I do 3, that's 6, 7, 8, and then 1 up here. So you want to keep them in odd numbers, or at least that's what they say. So we're going to put 1 on each of the flower bases. So let's come over here to this one. And that uses up all my little tiny gemstones. That's why I was counting there. Oh, come back. You have to go on the flower. Lift this petal up a bit. Right there on the tip. So that is my card using, of course, retired DSP and also some retired cardstock. Sorry about that. The Label Me Lovely punch. We used the Bough punch, and we used the Lovely You. So that is my card, friends. I hope you like it. I hope it inspires you to get out some of those DSP you've been hoarding and use them up. Use that bling. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If some of you could leave me a comment if you like to watch people cut things out with the die cutting machines, or if you prefer them already cut out, I would love an answer to that. But come visit me again in my Wonderland. Bye-bye now.